Hello everyone. Today, we are going to learn about the first chapter of science, matter in our surroundings. So, what is matter? Matter is simply anything that occupies space and has mass. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the chair we sit on, everything is matter. In ancient India, people believed that everything around us is made up of 5 basic elements: air, water, fire, earth, and sky. But modern science classifies matter based on its physical and chemical properties. Physical nature of matter. Matter is not continuous, it is made up of very tiny particles. A simple activity proves this: if we add just a few crystals of potassium permanganate in water, they spread and color a very large amount of water. This shows that matter has millions of tiny particles. Characteristics of particles of matter. First, there is space between particles. That's why sugar or salt dissolves in water without increasing its volume. Second, particles are always in motion. A drop of ink spreads in water on its own, or the smell of perfume spreads through a room. This is diffusion. Third, particles attract each other. Solids need more force to break because their particles are tightly bound, while gases have very weak attraction. States of matter. Matter exists in 3 main states: solid, liquid, and gas. Solids, definite shape, definite volume, particles are tightly packed, not compressible, and do not flow. Liquids, no definite shape, fixed volume, particles are less tightly packed, slightly compressible, and they can flow. Gases, no definite shape, no definite volume, highly compressible, particles are far apart, and they can flow easily. Change of state of matter. Matter can change from one state to another. Solid to liquid and liquid to gas. And sometimes directly, solid to gas. This is sublimation. This change depends on temperature and pressure. For example, if we heat ice, it melts to water. If we keep heating, water boils and becomes steam. Similarly, by cooling steam, we get back water and then ice. Latent heat. When matter changes its state, it needs heat energy, but its temperature does not change during the process. This hidden heat is called latent heat. Latent heat of fusion, heat required to change solid into liquid without temperature change. Latent heat of vaporization, heat required to change liquid into gas without temperature change. That's why ice at 0 degrees Celsius feels colder than water at 0 degrees Celsius, because ice absorbs more heat to melt. Evaporation. Another important process is evaporation, the slow conversion of liquid into vapor at any temperature below its boiling point. Factors affecting evaporation are: greater surface area, faster evaporation; higher temperature, faster evaporation; lower humidity, faster evaporation; higher wind speed, faster evaporation. Evaporation also causes cooling. For example, when we sweat, the liquid sweat absorbs heat from our body to evaporate, which cools us down. That's why sprinkling water on the roof cools it. Evaporation versus boiling. Evaporation is a slow process, happens only on the surface, at all temperatures, and causes cooling. Boiling is a fast process, happens throughout the liquid, only at boiling point, and does not cause cooling. Practice questions. Why does naphthalene disappear over time? Why does perfume smell reach far? Arrange water, sugar, oxygen in order of increasing attraction between particles. Why does evaporation cause cooling? Why is ice at 273 K a better coolant? Write the differences between evaporation and boiling. And that's the summary of Chapter 1, Matter in Our Surroundings. You can get its file from description. We'll meet you in next video.